Hey everyone, and welcome to the video. So today what we're doing is we're answering one of the questions that was actually posted on my SN11RG soundbar video. In the video where I basically just gave details in terms of the soundbar, the setup, the testing and things like that. I had a question and a comment left by one particular user, SNT, and he posted several comments with regards to static. And he pretty much insinuated that it was quite a big issue. Apparently it's all over forums, and if you Google it you'll discover that all of these LG soundbars have a certain issue. Now what this issue is, this person basically referred to as being a staticky sort of noise that comes from both the soundbar as well as the rear speakers. Now bearing in mind that he was actually referring to the SK10 and the SL10YG initially, obviously you have to remember that they both came with separate rears, so the soundbar for those was all inclusive, so they were just sold as 5.1.2 systems. The SN11RG is actually sold as a 7.1.4 setup. So obviously the soundbar and the rears are all as part of the package. Now what I'm going to do is, if I just pull up my watch and bring it near to the soundbar, I'm just going to be quiet for a second. Might need to just reactivate it, but as you can see, it's roughly around 34-35 decibels. And what I'll also do is I'll take my microphone off and I'm going to hold it right up against the speakers. So that's the front left, the Atmos, the side, coming along to the center speaker, the right channel, the right surround, and the top speaker. Now hopefully from that what you could actually see was my voice is much louder than anything that's actually coming from the soundbar, and bearing in mind that obviously there's something on the TV at the moment, so I don't really want to get that in the picture, but sat at normal distance you're not going to be hearing that. Now coming on to the rear speakers, and once again I'll do the same test with the watch. So as you can see, the soundbar, well, even the rears, they only pick up around 34 decibels. So in terms of decibel rating, there's no real difference. And same thing again, what I'll do is hold the microphone. That's against the rear speaker. And that's against the Atmos speaker. And this is me now sat in my normal sort of seating position. And as you can see, the soundbar is on, and if I just find the remote and I just go to the volume, as you can see the volume's turned all the way down. Now sat where I am, once again, as you can see, 34 roughly decibels. So unless you're literally going and putting your ear right up against the rear speakers, you're not going to be getting no static sound coming through. This isn't an issue, and to my mind it looks like this person is literally just most likely he's a fanboy of some other brand. Either he's had an LG in the past and has an issue with LG as a brand, which is fine. I don't particularly like LG as a brand. They do a lot of things that are very, very stupid in my mind, and I have called them out on that in the past, but trying to find issues with certain products when they don't have them, that's basically just going beyond the Call of Duty, really, in my mind. The soundbar has some faults, and certain people have actually pointed out the fact that the bass on their particular units, they're not happy with it. Most likely they've probably come from a previous setup, because what I found was the bass setup and response is very different between the SN11RG and the SL10YG, which was last year's. This is a much more balanced and sort of precise sort of sound stage on the SN11RG. But as I said, I've done a video on the AI room calibration, so for those who are interested in trying to basically change the sound stage, you can go and watch that video. I'll link that in the top right hand corner. But as far as staticky sound and rustling and things like that, yes, if you go and put your ears right up against the speakers, then you're going to hear sounds. If you're sat in your normal seating position, then you're not really going to experience any issues. So no, I don't think that's a problem with the LG Soundbars, and unless somebody can show me something otherwise, as I've said, this will most likely either come to a defective unit, or your settings are just completely wrong and you need to make some amendments to those.